Hello and welcome to Hornbill TV. I'm Akivito. Well, Union Minister for Law and Justice Kiren Rijiju has arrived at Dimapur airport. He's on a one-day visit to Nagaland. According to sources, Kiren Rijiju will be meeting Chief Minister Rijiju and his cabinet colleagues, during which they will discuss about the Union Budget 22-23 besides other issues. The Union Minister will also be meeting Nagaland State BJP unit leaders and head to Guwahati the same day. To give us updates on his arrival and meeting schedules, we have our reporters at different locations to give live ground report. Now going to the airport where our reporter Adona is, and also we've got our reporters Jeevan, who's there in the Chumukitma Rhododendron Hall where where Kiren Rijiju will be meeting Chief Minister Rijiju and his cabinet ministers, and then from Nyatu Resort where Kiren Rijiju is to go directly and address a press conference on the union budget. We have our reporter Esther who's standing there, and we've got Akre who's standing on the 4th Mile Road to actually give us updates to where Kiren Rijiju's convoy is. So coming to you, Adona, how many people are there and how is the security like?
So itia laga ground hisab to era party workers kan sob aaye kana yate tai ke welcome kurule ruki ase to itia mohan yate punchi na mohan jana tu itu state president imna along bi punchi na ase aro munlamo kikon advisor information technology and communication bi punchi na ase aro PhD minister Jacob Jimomi bi yate tai ke welcome kurule yate welcome kurina tai ke itu Natu Resort te lo jawole takan yate punchi na ase to most likely alop minutes pichite deputy chief minister Wai Patton bi yate punchi na tai ke escort kurele laga khoya se huli bi ite tak to confirm hona huli bi ite tak to party workers kan sob yate Dimapur units te kiman jana se takan yate aigena edu ruki ase to edu union minister to G+ security category te ahan is na security to bisi tai ase police kan aro alak special security guards kan bi yate aigena advance punchi kana edu sub security maintenance kan tu takan kuri kena ja ase to ite tak to union minister to ite Dimapur airport te punchana hole bi most likely after some few minutes 10-15 te punchi ule la ase to ite moi cameraman ke bi alop dikhai diu koi dibo itu party workers kan ite ai kana takan itu banners kan bi loi kana tai ke welcome kurule kuri ase.
Acha. All right, coming to you Akre. The Union Minister Kiren Rijiju has got a Z+ security in Northeast, and all over the rest of India he's got a Z security cover. So on the roadside, how is the enforcement, and do you see any CISF personnel?
Beside me, just beside the road, there is this thing, quite a heavy security, and also there are at least 3 to 4 traffic police who are also like keeping check of the traffic before the Union Minister arrives. And while coming to this place, like we have also seen quite the police personnel also on duty at the moment. So I'll ask the camera person to pan the camera on them also, so you can see them in a duty kwese police personnel kan holibi aru traffic police kan bi sob jaga de ina scattered kune at least 4 jon na 5 jon do traffic point de thagi ne ina tan bi sob bi duty kwese.
All right.
Itya karne to update ine ase.
Coming to you, Esther, I mean, the CISF and the paramilitary forces that have been allocated with the security cover of Union Law and Justice Minister Kiren Rijiju reached yesterday. So, do you see any of those forces in Nyatu Resort?
Well, actually, we don't see as much security as expected at Nyatu Resort, but of course, at the entry, we do have our, IRB women at battalion standing vigil at the entry. Then we have the Dimapur police with their van inside just after the entry, and then we have the traffic police. Then we do have a lot of the state BJP unit members all around waiting for his arrival, and the press conference is due to happen at the Nusi auditorium, and there's not much security because I believe that with him the security will come, the Z+ category security, yes. And he is the only person in the Northeast to have that privilege of having Z+ security. So I believe that category, the highest, would be coming along with him, and everybody is just keeping vigil over here, and it's not much of a security, I should say, at Nyatu Resort.
All right, so Esther, are we expecting anything big today? I mean, what is the current atmosphere? I mean, like, if you had a chance to speak to any of the BJP unit members, what is there any expectations from the state unit?
See, the main agenda would be the union budget 2022-23, and then the thing, the deputy chief minister as well as Minister Imna Along is also going to be accompanying him, and it looks like it's just going to be the usual what our finance minister spoke about at the parliament earlier this month about the budget, and he's just giving a basic rerun of that, and then he will also be having a seminar over here with the press about the budget, union budget, and then again he will be going to the Rhododendron Hall in the police complex again to have a review with the chief minister about the union budget. So nothing has been given out on exactly what his agenda would be, but on a whole picture it will be about the union budget.
All right. Coming to you, Jeevan, I mean, the Union Law and Justice Minister is going to be meeting Chief Minister Nifu Rio and his cabinet colleagues in Rhododendron Complex, in Police Complex in Chumugidima. So how is the security there, and do you see heavy movement of security personnels in Chumu?
Rhododendron Hall, it's already inside the NAP, Nagaland Armed Police Training Center.
Yes.
And I believe it's already secured.
Okay.
Preparation we can see a lot of preparation going on. We see a lot of police personnel moving to and fro. I believe a hectic preparation is going on, and at the same time, launch so it's going on. But so far, we don't see paramilitary forces. And
all right.
That's
coming to you, Adona. In the airport to receive Union Law Minister, do we see only BJP unit members, or do we see any of the NPF, any of the NDPP members too?
Ite tak to moi yate ground te aaye kena itu dusra kan ke tu itu dikhi pane holi bi bisi bak tu itu state BJP units kan members kan ase holi bi ita moi agete ine interact agete jai kena sa tu ita to NDPP aro NPF members kan tu aaye kena ede tai ke receive kurula tu dikhi pane holi bi bisi bak tu NPF I mean BJP units members kan ase.
All right. So, Aduna, do you think tate BJP unit members kan thagado takan lode chance kotha kurule chance paigna ase kule takan bi takan la bhavna de ki ase aro what do you think they are expecting anything?
Okay, sure. Kuma members kan mola pichite bi ase, so let me go through them and let me Tagala Babnabi Kinika ase to Union Minister Kiren Rijiju moala te ase to Tagala Babnabi Kinika ase tai kan ke hudi sabo to sir apni kan itia Union Minister I will apni kan welcome kurule ruki ase to what you are expecting aro apni kan la Babnabi ki ase
like for the development of Nagaland and all, and he's actually coming for the budget for 2023, and again there will be a press conference press meeting also on Naithu Resort at 10:30. So there only he will speak everything. Right now he doesn't know like whatever the things going to be, and you can ask our district president.
Okay, so yete moala district presidents kan bi president bi takanis na takala itu Union Minister ke rikha time de ki bapna ase aro takan laga expectation bi ki ase ta aro hidi sabo to sir apni ambi yate Union Minister I will rikha ase to apni kala expectation aro apni la bapna ki ase alop share kuri do
eto to piche press conference tai ki go piche de jabo budget 2022-23 la progress na de piche de aro party la meeting hobo interaction thakbo.
All right, Aduna, if you could please convey this question to the district president.
Because it will not be right to say.
Okay, sure. Aki, please.
So, what I wanted to know from the district president was, will the Union Law and Justice Minister be meeting BJP members exclusively? Kile kule taila itinerary de press conference divo kuigna se itu piche de CM Rio aro cabinet ministers khan ge lok kurwo ko ase to BJP khali BJP khan lo de bi meeting hi thakiwon nai.
Okay, acha to moan la studio bra janibole mundu itu apni kan yete union minister tamde apni kan BJP members kan ekla separately meeting thakila na
After press conference, we are going to sit at the Natur Resort.
moan janibo parbo apni kan itu beside the union budget laga beside that dusra apni kan iku agenda noile bi iku topic kan loila
We'll
discuss
talk about the parties, how to strengthen our party in the state. We're hoping that we'll have a good result, since election is closing by. Otherwise, I cannot, without the president of the state president, I cannot divulge anything.
All
moi janibole mundu ite yate airport e itu receive kurule akandu kali BJP kan has na NDPP NPF members kan ya
It's only BJP. Especially we are receiving the district, Dimapur district is receiving him, and the state will take the Natur Resort.
all right.
ya
Abdul.
yate ministers kan kun union minister ke receive kurule ase kun aina
Sir Jacob Jumombi and Sir Waipaton and Sir Imna Along is there right now in airport, and state secretary and all state treasurers office bearers are there inside to receive him.
okay okay
All right.
back to you
Okay, coming to you, Esther, I mean, the district president, Dimapur district president, just mentioned that after the press conference in Nyathu Resort, they're going to be, Law Minister Kiren Rijiju is going to be having a meet with all the BJP state unit members. So, do you think that, is there any possibility that the UDA 2.2 alliance will actually be spoken about?
According to his itinerary, there's nowhere it is mentioned that he's meeting the BJP unit. But since this whole arrangement for his visit to Nagaland has been arranged by the state BJP unit, I'm very sure that he will be meeting with them. Now, most probably everything will be in context to next year's elections and how everything will be coming about in this whole year that is going to happen, and the plan of action. So right now, we just have our youth president over here. Aki.
Yeah. If you can please get a hold of him, I'll come to you as soon as
Hello,
you get.
Aki.
All right.
I'm just going to speak. Excuse me. Yeah, he's here. So, sir, apni introduce to Parvo.
I'm the state spokesperson BJP Nagaland laga.
Sir, to moi udule munjado, is Sir Kiren Rijiju going to meet the BJP unit, state unit, anytime taila visit te aji apni khan ke khuta korbo just exclusively with apni khan lode, because itinerary de idu nai that BJP unit lor khuta korule ase koina to tai bi apni khan lode khuta korule schedule asna nai
Ase there is a two session na ekta do ami khan laga press conference ase, right after press conference BJP la state leader khan lode meeting ekta ase tai lagode ami khan bohine kotha korbo laga ase
idu kicha hole ase
after the press conference.
And then that is before he visits rhododendron. To main agenda to ki huis na se idu laga meet to
Itu to ita bi ami khan discuss kori sakana ene party laga activity kine ki chole ase tai ke itu update ami khan ene share korbo ase ki hoy ase party activity na party laga ki chole ase thone korbo laga ase.
aro idu sammelan yadi icha hole thaka do press conference and sammelan to idu seminar kwado idu kila seminar hole ase.
Sammelan means meeting nishnai ase. Itu ami khan meeting e korbo press conference and then meeting na press conference to itu budget la upote ase. Etia recently ami khan budget announce kora laga itu la upote hai tai olop brief korbo ase. Itu piche de hai jaigine ami khan sammelan meeting ekta na ami khan party karyakarta party leaders kan lode boigine kotha korbo ase.
Is elections anything in the agenda? The UDA government ke khuta korbo asna na NPF or NDPP PDA government ikilo ola laga do itya.
No, I don't think so. Inga ko laga ida to ami khan bi kotha kore na inga la ko laga nohi. Party nimide aise BJP party laga kotha korbo ase yate UDA laga to ko kotha korbo koina to ko ami khan program nahi.
All right, thank you. So yeah, Aki, there you have it. That's your
Yes,
answer.
all right.
They have not decided whether they will be talking about the UDA, but this is solely for the BJP party in Nagaland and their grievances or whatever activities that they've been doing. It is solely just to speak about the BJP activities. Back to you, Aki.
All right. Jeevan, since you're there in Chumu, and that's the place where Kiren Rijiju is going to be meeting CM Rio and his cabinet ministers. Tate uko kutha ulai asin na speculations ki kutha kurule se ki expectations ase yaro elections 2023 agenda de asin na ena uko huni saisen na.
Yes, Akivito. So far, we don't see any political party leaders or any party leaders or kunbi dikhana ita tok toile. Or it is security, police security ekla dikhi ase, police khan dikhi ase ami khan ite. But there is high chances of expectations manuhan la se Minister of Law and Justice Kiren Rijiju. I see chances ase to Kohima High Court kotha ko le ni ki itu manuhan assumption to kurias.
All right. Coming to you, Akre, I think the last time Kiren Rijiju actually visited Nagaland was during the Statehood Day, December 1st in 2020. So after that, this will be second visit, and this time he's coming to Nagaland as the Union Minister of Law and Justice. So, apni la side te manugan thaga, like, do they have any idea that a Union Minister is actually going to come to Nagaland today, and how is their perception to it?
Moi ini yare ahina sala hisab te ule to manu bishi bi aware nai ina Union Minister of Law and Justice ina ekta visit kurla se koi na koi manuhan bi ahina hudi han bi kurase ine yare kuna yule se kili kule security personals kan huli traffic police kan huli ina tight hoina traffic kan do bishi balra check kurase to tan bi kurase to mohambi tangi janai die se to huli man yare kuma buhya hangi hudi sawo tahan janena na idu kun ahule se ji to man apni ke kyo hudiwa apni
iko idea na de mobi ha bisi det hona mobi na to idea kun nai thank you
to thank you yare ekjon yare dukan de buya ke huda hudi kurisai she aru mohan yare kanuli hudi sawo apni yare aji kuma minister khan ahule la jankari asna nai yare duijon ge ule huda hudi kurisai she yare ina security khan tight thaga room han media khan holi yare ina rasta re duty kuri thaga tahan bi ine hudi saishe tuhan tahan ideas na ikili yare ina duty han kurase kwa to tahan do itia tak to iku idea na ina wi kwase back to you give it
the viewers that a union minister is actually arriving in Nagaland today. Well, we hope that Hornbill TV can actually succeed in doing this and changing people's perceptions. All right, Ardona, the clock has struck 10:15. It's past 10:15. So, any update as to whether the plane has landed?
To 10:15 te punchule lase. So, I guess idu union minister to punchule nisna se. To mohan dikanisna mola pichite. Welcome kurule idu party workers unit state unit president workers kan ida tan ready kuri ase to moi cameraman ke bi parata tan ke dikhai dibole ko takan itu ekta banner lagai gina Minister Kiren Rijiju ke receive kuribole yate takan party units party kan itu khara puri gina takan ai bola ase to most likely I think union minister laga flight to land crew kurisini ki to itia tagan ready kuriase taike welcome kurula.
All right, I'll come back to you Adona as soon as the union minister reaches. So coming back to you, Esther, I mean, this is quite a big visit for like a cabinet minister to actually come to the state, and also the security cover that is being provided. But the normal situation and security situation in Nagaland for at least the ministers have always been okay. So do you think that the Z+ security cover is actually needed?
Well, yes, Aki, I believe like wherever our minister would go and he has to take his security along, that is just protocol. And, you know, we have always been known and still the AFSPA is under us, and because it's called as a disturbed area. Yes. So I'm very sure that the security is definitely needed, even though it will might not come to use, but I guess that's just protocol. And like I said, because this is not just another place, but also the government has again declared Nagaland to be disturbed area. So for sure, he will be taking his security along. And like a lot, my colleague Akhre also just said that not many people are aware of his visit. So not much of talks must be going around as yet, because people are not aware of, our union minister's visit today. So I guess even though security that much is not needed, but because of certain situations and declarations, it is definitely a protocol.
All right, Esther, according to the itinerary, he is supposed to be addressing a press conference in Nyatu at 10:30, which is about 10 minutes left for that press conference. So have people started buzzing around Nyatu?
Not at all, Aki. Nyatu, it is a resort, and we have the press conference at the Nusi Auditorium. And I guess even the guests at the resort are not aware, I would say, that this union minister, Kiren Rijiju, is arriving. And also the security is still the same as I had said earlier. It is at the entry. More BJP state unit members are arriving slowly. And even the auditorium is not so big. The capacity wouldn't be as big, so I'm sure they have arranged accordingly to important members and key members of the BJP unit to attend this meeting. And again, they have to rush to the rhododendron hall, which again the capacity would roughly be around the same capacity. So I think accordingly they've also made the arrangements that not a whole jing-bang of BJP unit would be coming and attending these seminars and press conference. So yes, Aki, that much buzz is happening. It's very quiet, and that's it, Aki.
Okay. Akhre, see, the minister is about to reach, and I think, coming to you, Adwana. I think the minister is reached, so what's the update?
Y patron aro PhD minister Jacob Jimomi aro state President Imna Longpra company kurikina ita tai ke union minister ke idu Nyatu resort company kurikina tanan loja ule ita ulai ase.
Acha.
So dikhan isna ita union minister Kiren Rijiju tu idu company kurina deputy chief ministers aro Imna Longpra company kurina ita airport pra ulai ase.
All right. So now the Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju has just reached, and he has sat down on his car, and accompanying him in the car is Deputy Chief Minister Y Patton. So Akhre, now the convoy will be passing by you very soon. So what is the traffic situation like?
Actually, the traffic is tight, especially idu Chumukidi mapane head kuine jawa thaga hando traffic to bishi tight hoine ase itu garne tai apni kwa nishna tai itia tai la itu airport ra ulai jaine Nyatu resort te jawle ase to one side ho tan traffic police khan itia garne to kinya itu handle kurle ase itia garne to traffic to bishi tight hoine ase apni han moila pichire uli dikhi pawo holi tan punchi le updates khan bi diwo aru tahan thik kina ina pass kurle ase apni han ki bi ina live dekhai diwo viewers khan ki bi. Back to you.
All right. Jeevan, like I told you, the Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju has officially landed in Dimapur airport, and now he's on his way to Nyatu resort. So, do you think that people are expecting anything out of this visit to Nagaland from Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju?
Yes, Akivita. Yes, earlier you have mentioned that last time the Nagaland time the sports minister, union sports minister, but this time the law minister he can say. Aru manu khan bisi speculation de ase, khan bhabi ase, but really especially to afspa opportunity kotha khan kurubon ki, aru to recent voting to incident kotha lop kowoni ki, itu khan lop kotha ase, aru khan Nagaland to go high courts khan itu khan opportunity lop kotha tu. Assumption
Acha. All right, Akhre, I'm going to stick to you since his convoy is actually going to be passing by you. So, could you just give us minute-to-minute updates on his travel convoy?
Yeah. Itia do I'm sure itu police kan yun, traffic police kan be they're already aware that the union minister has moved out from the airport. To tan bi yade gari kan rukai din ase aru tare town de ja head kura aru yade referral hospital la side ra gari ahya hando tahan bon kuri din ase aru chumuki di ma la rasta ikla tahan gari kan ge jawole di ase itu garne updates to itya garne itu ase tahan bi yade Kiren Union Minister head kuine new to resort e jawle la rasta ikla tahan yere ina khuli ne se itu garne tahan bi rasta to clear kure se aru rasta to itia to gari khan aha ja khan holi bishi clear hoi ja se to man yere moila pichire hole viewers khan bi dikhi pai thakibo itia gari khan ina ahya la se to to say back to you.
All right. So this is
Yeah.
Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju's second visit to the state, and the previous time he had attended was when he was the guest of honor for the Hornbill Festival and on our statehood day. And Kiren Rijiju, being amongst a member of the Northeastern community, has had a special affection to all Northeastern states, especially to Nagaland, and he's also been very present and current minded as to the situation that is happening. He had also once in 2018 said that the Naga political solution will surely move ahead with the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But as of now, the agreements have still been they've been signed, but yes, as to now there have been no more updates. But and hopefully there are some expectations that during the press conference there will be talks on the voting incident and also the Naga peace talks and where the Naga peace talks is actually moving forward. So we will keep you guys informed as to Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju's day-to-day, his itinerary today, and we will be following up all the events that he's supposed to be involved in, starting with the press conference that is going to be held shortly in Nyathu Resort, in which he will be speaking on the Union Budget 2022-2023, and then he will have a sammelan with the BJP Karyakartas, or rather the BJP state members, the unit members, and they will deliberate, and soon after that is over, they will head to Rhododendron Hall in Chumu Complex, and out there he will be meeting Chief Minister Nifi Reo and his cabinet ministers, and they will speak on the Union Budget too in that, and followed by that they will be having their lunch. Well, our reporters are there spread out in all locations from Dimapur district to the newly created Chumukidma district, and Hornbill TV will be providing you minute by minute update as to where and what the Union Minister is doing. Okay, coming to you, Akre. Tell me.
Yeah. Itya ra Union Minister jai jase aru itya garne to security kan first punchishe aru piche de apni han dikhi pawo itya tahan Union Minister aru alak ministers kan hoili bi state ministers kan hoili head kore itu ekla hoili ambulance kan hoili bi tahan na piche kuine ine jase security bi bishi tight hoine jase apni han dikhi pawo aru actually bishi bal kotha ekta traffic police kan hoili bi thik time jani na itu Union Minister aru alak ministers kan ganu hoili bi rasta to clear kuro parishe aru ina rasta re eku blockage na thaki na eku ina congestion na thaki ne tahan tya Nitu resort te aru apna dikho te bi tahan ina jate security kan hoili ministers kan hoili ina bishi jate.
All right. Okay, coming to you, Esther now. The Union Law and Justice Minister has just crossed 4th mile, so he will be there soon, anytime soon. So, do you think that in the Sammelan, the press will be allowed?
Well, it is being held at the same place, at the same venue as the press conference, and that is not clear whether the press will be allowed, but if it is being held there at the same venue, then I believe that they won't have an issue with the press being there, more like a meeting, more like an informal meeting with the Union Home Minister. Hello?
All right, so the Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju has just arrived in Dimapur. He was welcomed by Deputy Chief Minister Patton, and along with him were cabinet members Shri Jacob Zimomi and also Timjan Nimna Along, and now they are all headed to Nyathu, where Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju is going to be holding a press conference, and he's going to be speculating more, or rather giving more briefing on the Union Budget 2022-2023 that was just tabled by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman during the start of this month in February. Well, he will also be meeting Chief Minister Rijiju and his cabinet colleagues in Rhododendron Hall in Chumugidma, but that will happen later. But initially, there will be a press conference in Nyatu on this union budget, and after that he's going to be meeting with the BJP Karyakartas of the state. So whether the press will be allowed in that BJP Karyakarta meeting, that is remain to be seen. But at least for the press conference, our team is ready, and we will be giving you the live broadcast of his press conference on the union budget. And then also we will also be bringing you the meeting that will take place in Rhododendron Hall, where he will be meeting Deputy Chief Minister of Nagaland, Nifirio, and his cabinet colleagues, and again he will be briefing on the budget. Well, there are lots of speculations as to what today's day holds for the state of Nagaland, but according to many people's expectations, we are hoping that the union minister will speak on certain issues such as the voting incident, and also maybe a little more to do with the speculation that is to come in the next elections, and whether the UDA alliance will actually stand to be true, or whether there will be new alliances formed. So at the moment, I think Union Law Minister would have reached Nyatu, so we will now just have to wait and see as to when the press conference begins. So Esther, has the Union Minister reached Nyatu?
No, but he is arriving any moment now, Aki, as I'm told. So we're just waiting for his arrival.
All right, Esther. I'm sure the day holds a lot for you. So all the best, and hope we can get us some exclusive news, and also hope that we, as the state of Nagaland, benefits from a Union Law Minister's visit. So that will be an expectation that will be from our side.
Right, Aki.
So
yeah,
anyways,
we are expecting him to speak a lot on, probably the voting incident, like you said, and the repeal of AFSPA also. Maybe he should touch these topics, because these are the burning issues right now. And him being, from the Northeast as well. So I think he should touch whatever is relevant over here in the state of Nagaland.
All right. Esther, do you think that a little in the back of his head, he will also be thinking about the Manipur assembly polls?
Definitely, Aki. It is a huge, elections that's about to take place, and the BJP, the ruling BJP, is there, and Prime Minister Modi also visited just, in the recent past, and he definitely is definitely thinking about those elections, which is bound to happen in a week's time. So yes, Aki, he's definitely thinking about all these northeastern aspects, the elections, politics, the running of the states. Definitely he thinks about all these other states as well, not just Arunachal Pradesh.
All right. Coming to you, Jeevan, do you think for Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju, the fact that when the BJP declared the candidates in Manipur, a lot of the intending candidates did not get the tickets to actually fight for the BJP, and then they all left the party and joined the opposing parties like the JDU, the NPP and the Congress. Do you think that tai bi itula bhabna de olop to bhabi thakyo aro tai olop ki measures luo lage aji discuss kuruo nishna asen na?
Chances bisi ase itu to. Tai ekta Northeast party laga ekta icon nishna ase tai. Top leader ase. BJP party laga to tai itu kotha dibi olop discussion to kuribo. Itu BJP Nagaland mode. Koto itu bi olop chances to ase. Yes.
Aro itu mukan jana nishna NPF aro BJP to mukan la leader TR Ziliangba koala hisab te to takan to coalition de ase. Aro yete bi UDA hoi gena to takan coalition de ai jaise. तो होली भी बीजेपी खान पूरा 60 out of 60 seats खिलो ले से तो आज NPF लोग दे लोग पाते हैं भी उको एना इतुला कोथा उलावन नहीं ना
इतुला कोथा तो उलावले chances तो बिशी दिखी ऐसे कि ने मने मणिपुर टीवी last time तो तान coalition government था कि होली भी नागालैंड टीवी तान इता तो 60 seat जाइसे मणिपुर टे इते नागालैंड टीवी 60 seat भी full जावले chances नहीं कि इतु मानुहन बिशी assume करी ऐसे तो इतु करने ताकन BJP करने upcoming election करने किबा रास्ता तो clear कुरुबु करने किरण रिजिजु तो किबा meeting तो कुरुबु नि क्वापी बिशी कोथा चुली आसे दिया especially to voting incident और AFSPA law porte इतु हन कोथा लुई किना भी ताई road रास्ता आगे करने ताई किबा banabo kotha milabo karne ahala itu kan bi kotha kuribo neki itu chances bishi ase koi kina beshi manu assume kuri ase
That this the BJP during its press conference in Manipur had said like they are not in coalition
Aki,
with
hello.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Esther?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Aki, hi. We've just got word that he has arrived
All right.
at Nyatu Resort, but he is going to freshen up a bit at the presidential suites that are located on another side of the property.
All right.
So he has gone to freshen up and probably have a change of clothes and come to the press conference. So yeah, I could get a slight visual, but I'm not sure the camera person will be able to get it. So they are at the, if I may just ask the camera person to show the black gate over there, if you can just zoom in, that is the presidential suite area. We can see a few cars moving in. So he has gone to freshen up and he is set to come to the press conference as soon as he is done freshening up. Aki, back to you.
All right. So it's official that the Union Law and Justice Minister is currently in Dimapur. He's reached Nyatu, and like our reporter Esther said, he'd go and freshen up a bit, and then he will be holding a press conference and the Sammelan with the Karyakartas. But before we come back to the live press conference, we're going to take a short break. But we will be back very soon with the live broadcast of the press conference that is going to be held in Nyatu, and in which the Union Law and Justice Minister Kiren Rijiju will be addressing the press, and they'll be speculating and talking more on the budget 2022-23 that was just released in the first week of February. We'll be right back after a short break, so stay tuned with Hornbill TV.